one of the largest civilizations of the ancient world. By 2500 BC, the Indus-Sarasvati or Harappan civilization became the largest civilization of the ancient world, extending over more than 386,000 square miles, 1 million square kilometers, across the plains of the Indus River, from the Arabian Sea to the Ganges. In its mature integration phase, with an estimated population of over 5 million people, it was larger than either Egypt or Mesopotamia.
In its mature integration phase, with an estimated population of over 5 million people, it was larger than either Egypt or Mesopotamia, early states of the world civilizations of the ancient world. About 50 million years ago, the vast tectonic plate we now know as the subcontinent of India crashed into Asia and produced the world's largest mountain range, the Himalayas, the abode of snow in Sanskrit, which separates the Tibetan plateau from the Indian subcontinent. The Hindu Kush Himalayan region extends 3,500 km over all or part of 8 countries from Afghanistan in the west to Myanmar in the east, affecting air and water circulation systems and impacting the weather conditions in the region. Today it is the source of 10 large Asian river systems, the Amudarya, Indus, Ganges, Brahmaputra, Yalung-Tangpo, Irrawaddy, Salween New, Mekong, Yangkong, Yangtze, Yangtze, Yellow River, Hankang, Yangtze, Jiansha, Yellow River, Hange. Drawing warm air from the south, which cooled and precipitated as torrential rainfall, the Himalayas created the monsoons and a fertile area in the northwest that may well be the land of 7 rivers described in the Vedas. Between 7000 and 5000 BC, pastoral camps and the first village farming communities settled into this fertile region. Over millennia, these communities developed and interacted with others, sharing skills and technologies such as pottery, metallurgy, town planning, and farming. Hence, by 2500 BC, the region became the largest, if not the greatest, civilization of the ancient world, expanding over 1 million square kilometers in its mature integration phase with an estimated population of 5 million people. The Indus-Sarasvati region, known as the Indus-Sarasvati civilization, its zenith lasted about 13 centuries and flourished in the basins of the Indus River, one of the major rivers of Asia, and the Sarasvati or Ganga-Hakra River, which once flowed through northwest India and eastern Pakistan. The majority of the discovered sites are located either along these major rivers and their tributaries or along trade routes linking larger urban centers, known as the Indus-Sarasvati civilization. Its zenith lasted about 13 centuries. Iran, Central Asia, and the Indian subcontinent had engaged in seasonal migration and trade for hundreds of years, so the people of the Indus-Sarasvati civilization already had long-standing connections with regions to their west. They also established links with Gulf Coast cultures reaching all the way to southern Mesopotamia and, via intermediaries such as Bahrain's Dilmun traders, far beyond. They exported gold, copper, timber, ivory, and cotton to Mesopotamia and imported bronze, tin, silver, lapis lazuli, and soapstone. To maintain such an extensive trade network, they must have possessed advanced skills in shipbuilding, sailing, and overland transportation. For navigation, compasses carved out of conch shells appear to have been used to measure angles between stars. A voyage from Lothal to Mesopotamia to sell the prized Harappan carnelian beads, which the kings and queens of were so fond of, meant at least 2,500 kilometers of seafaring. Of course, there would have been halts along the shore on the way, but still 4,500 years ago, this must have ranked among the best sailing abilities, says Michel Danineau, Iti Madra. Papal tree tablet, Indus Sarasvati civilization artifacts such as seals, beads, and pottery have been found in Mesopotamia, Oman, and Bahrain, indicating trade with distant regions across both land and ocean. Pack animals and carts were used as well as ocean-going ships. Smaller trading outposts are found far away from the center of their civilization, like the one found at Shorchugai in Afghanistan. The recently discovered Jiroft site on the Iranian plateau lies along the path of this trade network, and here archaeologists have found lapis lazuli from Afghanistan or western Baluchistan, and carnelian, likely from the Indus Valley, along with artifacts from other regions. Archaeology has its roots in European imperialism, which has historically meant that certain regions such as Mesopotamia and Egypt have been emphasized over others. Scholars such as Professor Gregory L. Possechel, author of Harappan Civilization, estimate that less than 2% of a probable 2,600 sites have been excavated across India, Pakistan, and Afghanistan, and more may still be found. It is often referred to as the Harappan civilization from Harappa, the first discovered site. A collection of Indus-Sarasvati seals. Over 3,000 have been found to date and seem to have served various purposes, some commercial to identify consignments and ownership, and some possibly used for ritual purposes to invoke deities, perhaps to safeguard items. Indus seals have been found at Mesopotamian archaeological sites as well. Since the Indus script has as yet not been deciphered, there is a lot we don't know about the structure of society in villages or towns, or across the greater civilization. We don't know if there was a central government, a ruler or standing army, but indications are that there were not. It may have been a loose confederation of merchant cities, cities that sprang up as a result of unique, favorable environmental conditions that initially led to agricultural surpluses and subsequently to productivity surfeits, trade, and specialization.